Yo, what's up? I'm Shawn.
I'm Rocco.
This is the Dr. Pepper, and you're watching Video Game Hour Live. Are you enjoying it?
I'm Tyler from Video Game Hour Live, and I'm here with Shawn and Rocco from Mega64. They're here at RTX here in Austin. And guys, what are you thinking about the convention so far?
It's fantastic. We've gone to a lot of conventions all over the country. RTX is one of the best run conventions. Everyone is very friendly. It's just a great place to be.
I think it's amazing. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Dr. Pepper, for making it possible. They did fund this event and our experience here, so I want to say thanks. Do they have Dr. Pepper on campus?
On campus, probably. I mean, it's hard not to find Dr. Pepper, to be perfectly honest. It's one of those things where if you go somewhere and there's not Dr. Pepper, you're like, where am I and how did I get here and how do I leave?
I completely agree.
Completely agree, and that's why we chose them. We don't choose just any sponsor. Kings of Leon tried to pay us to talk about them.
We said your new last album sucked.
Well, they didn't pony up enough, and we feel like, what a crap band if you can't, you know what I mean? Like, they haven't had a hit since, what, Sex on Fire?
It's a tragedy, really, and it's unfortunate you had to go through that, but I'm glad you're with people you like now.
That's right.
Now, obviously, you guys are most famous for your sketches and the silly things you do. And a question I've always wondered is, how did you guys get past the fact that you're doing absolutely ridiculous stuff in public? And was there a period of, man, I really don't want to do this, and now you're cool with it? Or are you still like, I don't really want to do this, but it's for the fans? So how did you get to the point where you're comfortable with essentially public harassment?
With me personally, I'm going to speak for myself. I'm never comfortable with that. I hate it. I do it for the fans because I know people are going to enjoy it, and I see how it is funny. But I mean, there are times like we did a skit recently where I was it was for a Fallout 3 skit, and I get hit, and then Derek takes off my clothes. I'm just in boxers. I'm just laying on the ground in like streets and stuff like that, and like I'm just laying there, just being so miserable, just like I just don't want to be here. And like you hear people walking around you and laughing at you, and it sucks, but you know that you're getting good footage and it's worth it. But man, sometimes like it's terrifying sometimes.
We grew up in theater. We did a lot of theater growing up, so it doesn't bother me at all. I thrive off of attention, and I don't mind being embarrassed in front of a lot of people. Unlike Kings of Leon with that terrible live album they did, which was really, really bad. And you should have organized something better, because Dr. Pepper won out and you didn't. So I just want to go on record and say I'm fine.
All right, you guys, big video game dudes, obviously. I'm wondering, like, what are your core genres or types of games you play? You know, you got JRPGs, you got fighting games. So which are the ones that in your spare time you really sit down and hammer out a lot of time with?
When it comes to video games, of late, it has been only strictly Nintendo. It's been like Mario, Zelda, Mario Kart, that kind of things. I have kids in the house now, so it's more of, hey, if it's rated E, I'm probably playing it. Skylanders, I've been playing that. It's crazy. You get that thing, you put it on the pad. Whoa, it's crazy.
I play a lot of, still to this day, even though the DLC ended, I still play a lot of Rockman 3. I would never play a Kings of Leon song. I feel like those guys really dropped the ball, and really a lot of egg on their face. Kings of Leon, they're not good.
Not just egg. If you've seen that one concert, that live concert, see them that bird crapped on them.
Yeah,
you see
bird.
That?
Is this clean? Do we keep this clean?
Yeah, keep it clean.
We can.
Oh.
A bird shit on their face, and rightfully so, because that's what the band sounds like. They dropped the ball, and they know what they did.
Well, I mean, not everybody can live up to greatness, and obviously Kings of Leon really.
Dr. Pepper, our sponsor, refreshing
23
taste,
flavors.
23 different flavors at one time. That's almost as much as 31, but this is an ice cream that makes you fat.
That's the perfect description, if you ask me. You guys, a lot of sketches have been incredibly. Some are just like really goofy. Some have a lot of work, it looks like, goes into them. What was like the hardest sketch for you guys to do, whether it be production value wise or simply not getting harassed by the police for the things you were doing?
We spent a lot of time we did a skit recently for Hotline Miami, and that took several days of filming. We had to get different shots, different setups. There's one take where we know we're covered in blood laying around San Diego, so we had to have our makeup effects guy Garrett come up and give us, bloody faces and all that stuff. And the next day we did, different masks and hit by. It's just a lot of setup went into that particular skit. Plus, we filmed with the Canon 5D, which, as I see, it changes focus a lot. So trying to have a shot focus when things are constantly moving is always difficult.
Yeah.
We did actually a video a couple years ago for actually some of the people who are here. 343, shout out Microsoft. We did a video for Halo Fest, and we needed to have a line forming out of a store. Like, everyone was waiting for the Halo re-release, and what our style is as little planning as possible. So we had 100 people just line up beside an actual target just because it was there, and we just thought, well, what would they do? I mean, if just 100 people lined up in tents, like, what are they going to do?
Waiting for a game that's not going to come out for months, what do you do?
I don't think they're going to shoot us, So we tried it, and that was a little nerve-wracking because it was seriously just seeing security guards not even knowing how to handle it. It's just a random Monday night, and they're just going, why are there people lined up? But we did it, we executed it, and the video did come out, unlike Kings of Leon's crappy EP that was a iTunes embarrassment. That's what they call it, the joke of iTunes.
All right, and if you guys will do...
Wait, Steve Jobs said that. Those are his final words. He said that at the hospital. He said, what an iTunes joke. I just heard the new Kings of Leon, and... Thank you, Dr.
Okay. All right. As a personal favor to me, my brother's a really big fan of you guys. So if you guys could do a little shout out, something along the lines of how much he sucks and how much better I am than him for getting to sit down and talk with you guys.
What's his name?
His name's Trevor.
Trevor. Okay. Trevor, you suck. How does it feel to be the worst of the brothers? Sorry. You're so shitty.
Trevor, you might as well be in the Kings of Leon. You sound like an ass, and you can't get anything done correctly. You can't follow through on the plans you made. You moved to Leon because you're a.
Have you heard the song "Charmer" by Kings of Leon?
I don't want to talk about that.
Well, I haven't even heard it, but that is not about Trevor, because it goes, "Wow, he's such a charmer," and that is not Trevor.
That's bad.
Thanks, guys. That was great. So, last thing, if you just want to introduce yourselves.